Academic researchers may soon have better access to standardized, unfiltered libraries of online advertisements and information on the way that companies targeted those ads to users. Legislation announced by Democratic Rep. Lori Trahan of Massachusetts would require that social media companies like Facebook and YouTube maintain open, accessible advertisement libraries containing details on each ad's targeted ad audience, how it was targeted by the company, how many views it generated, and how much the advertiser paid for it. We spoke to Congresswoman Trahan about her legislation this week.
So digital platforms like Google and Facebook, they lack the incentives necessary to share critical data on ad targeting on their platforms because, look, let's face it, maintaining the status quo enables them to continue making obscene profits. So, for years now, these companies have called on Washington to update laws meant to be the guardrails for their platforms, but every time a law is proposed, they lobby hard against it. And so their attempts at ad libraries, I think, are symptomatic of the same thing. These are hollow efforts meant to give the appearance of doing the right thing while actually further entrenching their dominance. And that has left our researchers looking to study the impacts of ad targeting, especially those that are intended to spread disinformation or to push harmful products to users, lacking the data necessary to publish reliable research.
Why would the public benefit from giving researchers better access to this data?
I think most recently we all saw the consequences of rampant political advertisements containing false information, during the 2016 election, of course, in the events leading up to the January 6th insurrection this year. But even more than that, we've seen report after report of bad actors using ad targeting on these digital platforms. I could give you a ton of examples: high interest credit card ads targeting older women, pill party ads targeting younger users, something that is extremely alarming to me as the mom of two young girls. And it has become painfully obvious that marketers acting in bad faith are able to easily take advantage of ad targeting algorithms on these platforms to push products in ways that hurt users. What's worse is that the platforms have zero reason to change their approach because, frankly, the market's booming. So that's where the Social Media Data Act comes in. And this legislation is basically, it's broken down into two parts. The first one requires that large platforms, specifically those with more than 100 million monthly active users, publish and maintain an ad library that's accessible for academic researchers that includes key data points about advertisements run on their sites. And then the second part creates a working group convened by the FTC that would be responsible for publishing guidance on how independent, non-commercial research can be done so that consumers' privacy rights are protected.